7:28 with Joe Piscopo, Francis Albert, and Steve Adubato. Italians only, apparently, the first couple hours of the show, Steve. I hope you don't mind you being brought into the mix like that. Welcome back to the show, my friend. How are you?
I am great, and by the way, I needed that song this morning. And while we say Italians only, we love everybody. We want everyone to listen. We know most people would like to be Italian, and we want them in our club. And by the way, PBS ran, you don't know this, Joe, but PBS ran this last weekend, the Italian-Americans of New York and New Jersey, hosted by the great Maria Bartiromo.
Right.
And who was the feature star? Talking about Italian-Americans who came to this great country, United States of America, from Italy. Joe Piscopo.
They did. Somebody said they saw something. I did the interview in the studio here, right?
You did, of course.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because Frank and Al were in the background trying to get a cameo. I saw it.
Photobombing me.
Yeah, it was great.
Steve,
Those guys made it. It was great.
You sound great. It was so funny because you said, and I talked to our mutual friend Nikki. Goes, oh, Steve was so upset at the election. It took you a couple of days to recover, huh, buddy?
Sorry, was there an election a couple weeks ago? I hadn't even noticed, Joe.
Oh man!
Did you guys call me the day after? What kind of booking was that?
You were like in a fog. That was great. No, you were okay. You
just miscalculated.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, but listen, it's exciting. It's new. We're embracing it, and we're absolutely loving it. But honestly,
so is the cast of Hamilton. But go ahead.
Yeah, what the heck was that? What was that?
I had just a little bit of an issue with that.
Did you?
I'm a candidate. I'm an advocate of free speech.
Yeah.
Obviously, the vice president-elect didn't have a problem with it. Me, along with little Stephen Van Zandt, I will tell you,
yeah.
I have mixed feelings. Let me just say that I respect the right to say what people want to say in public. Mixed feelings about where it was said.
Yeah.
That's my view. I'm sorry, I digress.
So but if you're interviewing on your wonderful PBS show that we all know and we all love, you get the best guests, by the way. Hey, Dr. Clement Price, well done, Steve. Beautifully done. He was
great,
just
Dr. Clement Price from Rutgers University.
Yeah, rest his soul.
New Jersey. We'll miss him. The late Dr.
I'm so glad you focused on that. And there was a great man who did so many great things for the great city of Newark. But if you're there and then all of a sudden you go off and you're doing an interview and then you attack your guests, so you would never do that. You just don't do that.
My guests, they're in my home.
No. But yeah, exactly right. And so it was. And again, I understand the worry of the Hamilton cast. I understand that, but just inappropriate at that time.
So I want to be clear. I am concerned. I am worried, but I believe that there's an appropriate place or time. And by the way, I also understand that there's some folks who are so worried, so concerned, that they feel that was the moment that they had. And I also am interesting, and I don't want to digress on this too much because there's so many important issues, that the vice president said, I guess he turned to his daughter and said, this is the sound of America, with the booze and the cheers. I give him a lot of credit. I don't agree with him on conversion therapy for gays and a bunch of other issues, but I got to tell you, he seems to have an open mind.
Yeah, which I think was the impetus of that whole speech, by the way. It was that exactly that, was the Governor Pence's views on that. But really, there's a time and a place for everything. But listen, we love everybody.
Why are you going on vacation? Because I could use some work.
Can I use your shore house? Can I use your shore house? I said I'm going to
take the house because I can't afford it anymore. It's on the beach in Lavalette.
Oh, Lavalette. Oh, I remember that. That's where we used to go as a kid. I love it, man. I'm ready. One cold day, I'm ready for the beach already.
To party again?
I'm ready.
Go shake hands down on the boardwalk. There's nobody there.
I'm ready. Listen, Governor Christie, Mr. Adubato, your personal friend, Governor Christie, is he or is he not going to be part of this new administration? What are you thinking, Steve?
Well, I've always respected the governor.
Oh, yeah.
I like him. I wouldn't say we're friends to the point where he would call me up after last Sunday up at Bedminster and said, hey, Stevie, could I talk to you? Let me tell you what me and the Donald talked about, the president-elect. No, we don't have that relationship. I'm just going to say that I think it's fascinating what's happening, and people who think they know what's really going on behind those closed doors and why one thing or the other has happened, what the governor so far are clueless. And I feel like the governor, if he is going to stay in New Jersey, we've got more than enough problems to deal with. If he's going to go to Washington, he's got to figure out what that is. I imagine there are jobs that he looked at, that he considered, and I don't know what's going to happen out of that, Joe. And in all candor, I think Donald Trump is, again, don't agree with him on a lot, but the way he is handling the people coming in and coming out, it's masterful in terms of a media kind of presentation, a PR presentation. I think he's doing that well. Yeah. I'm not a fan of some of the picks. Don't like Steve Bannon at all. I don't know. And he doesn't like. I don't think he's your politics, Joe. I'm just saying.
Well, why don't you like? I don't know. I met Steve. I spent time with him,
Sure, he's a
and
nice
I was
guy.
very impressed with his work ethic, with his concentration, and with his vision for Donald Trump. But what is that again? Why is everybody against him, Steve?
Joe, I went on the Breitbart stuff where he wore. Listen, I don't want to get too inside here.
Yeah.
I am telling you that I've known you and Frank and Al and the guys for a long time, and even people, friends of mine who voted for Trump. I am convinced that a lot of the ideological perspective that he has on this country is too far to the right, to the point where it's not as inclusive of people of color. It's not inclusive of immigrants. It's not inclusive of people who are outside of people that he is comfortable with. And I'm just going to say that I don't like to use the term white nationalist because I don't even know exactly what that means, but I'm uncomfortable with a lot of his politics.
Yeah, I didn't see it, Steve.
You
But
didn't see it?
No, I
The
didn't.
Flynn stuff, I respect Major Flynn, but I don't like that Major Flynn has actually equated the religion of Islam as itself with a political ideology. I'm concerned about, and I have no problem saying the word.
Yeah.
Islamic fundamentalism.
Yeah, we don't know, but I think you need a kick butt guy, and I mean General Flynn is I think a stellar pick. I really do for the NSA, but I love that Donald Trump is actually considering a guy to run the Defense Department with the nickname Mad Dog. Come on, Steve.
How about Romney
Come
to
on.
balance things out?
Huh?
How about Romney to balance things out?
Oh, I don't know what to do. We don't know what to do with Romney. Frankie and I are rolling our eyes. God bless him.
You want Rudy in that job?
Yeah, man. That's
You want to go all the way.
I want Rudy just like off to the. I want Rudy in the office next to Donald Trump. Just a consigliere. The consigliere, Rudolph Giuliani. I want him there next to Donald at all times.
You know the other reason why you guys want him?
What's that?
Because with Rudy there, you guys have full access.
No, I never pushed that envelope.
No.
Never put no.
You already have. No. Listen, you already have access.
No.
You don't need Rudy there.
When the mayor called, but I haven't been invited to perform at the inauguration, though, Steve. See, they don't
It's
call
early.
me. It's
early.
Nah.
I can't
Don't
wait.
forget about our friend Joe. Who's it? No, Steve Wynn's putting together the inauguration thing. Yes, Steve Wynn will be calling me. He'll be calling me.
Joe, let me ask you a question. I know you've done more benefits, more charity than anyone else.
Hi, you got a charity, I got a tuxedo.
I know.
Next to
Let me
Steve
ask you-
Adubato. Yeah.
Will you charge?
Yeah.
Or will you, it'll be your honor to perform?
Honor to perform. Sense of duty. You know? Hey, Steve, let me ask you real quick, if I may. And Ray Lesniak going to run for governor.
No.
So Phil Murphy's not going to have any competition from Wisniewski or Lesniak?
John Wisniewski is an assemblyman who ran the Bridgegate Committee, which I think is going to disband after the trial.
Yeah.
I think that Phil Murphy is pretty much, he has got this thing locked up on the Democratic side. I think that Kim Guadagno, Lieutenant Governor, I thought people were sitting there counting the governor going to Washington pretty quickly. I don't know if that's happening.
Yeah.
And she was going to be in the position. I don't think that's going to happen very quickly.
Yeah, I think
and
you're right.
I think the Republican nomination is wide open.
Well,
and I think this thing is a slam dunk.
So if someone from the outside came in, an outsider came in, would you be inclined to support an outsider like that by chance?
Let me just say this about that. It would depend on who that outsider was, and if that outsider came, if his family or her family came from Italy to Newark, up Bloomfield Avenue, to Bloomfield, up to the Caldwells, and established him or herself as a star in the 80s on Saturday Night Live, and then became a star of stage and screen, and then wound up as a radio star. If that person happened to have such a pedigree, I could be open.
Oh, look at that. You heard it. Record that, Frankie. Record that, Frankie. Lock that audio in, please, because I'm playing it back.
No, hold on. That's not an endorsement because I'm at PBS and we don't make
Right,
endorsements.
you're right.
I'm just saying if somebody existed like that, Joe,
Yes.
who was going on vacation and then said, Steve, why don't you come in and take in? Because listen, I get paid like $10,000 every time I come in.
Oh, yes.
And get those for you. Did you know that?
You're the guy, and we dedicate that last hour just because we love being
Hold on,
here.
there's another hour?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna leave
I
it
know. Steve, will you give your beautiful family, all the Adubatos, and your beautiful, beautiful bride a big hug for Thanksgiving from all of us here at the station, buddy?
I will, and can I wish the great family at AM970 a blessed and wonderful Thanksgiving, and I love you guys. You're the best morning radio
love you too,
ever.
Steven.
You make my day every day. Love you guys.
Steve Adubato, I love you too, man. Happy Thanksgiving indeed.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM970 The Answer.